You're going about your day and the ground suddenly starts to shake. You're in an earthquake. What can you do to maximize your chances of survival? All kinds of things can happen with an earthquake. Most of the time it is just a minor shake, but sometimes it gets to be even worse. So let's take a look at earthquakes and what we might be dealing with here. If you have a survival bag set up, I would definitely grab that survival bag. That would be good to have. The point behind that survival bag is if you get trapped wherever you decided to go, then you have necessary things to survive. What you're going to want in that particular bag is probably water, food, some first aid stuff, kind of a mild bug out bag, but enough to be able to stay sheltered in place if you're trapped, if you're pinned down in a little cubby. So then you're going to go to what might become your cubby if it gets to be a heavy earthquake. You're going to get to something what you're going to try to find is a triangle of life, and that's what's illustrated over here on the right side. The floor or ground is shown in black. A sturdy object, in this case it's up off the ground a bit, so maybe this is like a bed. It could be tables, you want something with some thickness to it, ideally. Like counters and cabinets. Something sturdy with some height, and you want to be next to it, not under it, because yellow represents you in this. And you see where the triangle is formed. You're expecting that sturdy item to collapse, that roof to collapse. Wherever you're going to you are in a spot that you can expect to survive the building pancaking down on itself. And buildings weigh a lot. So getting into that triangle spot is a pocket where you could survive. If you were directly underneath the bed, you would be crushed. It would be a pressure point. When the roof comes down on that, it is going to give even more pressure there, because now it's trying to fit the bed as well as everything else in there, and you're just going to be a pancake. So off to the side, so that way as the roof comes down, that's what the red is roof, debris, whatever else is falling. It will, you really don't want to be around debris. You want to try and find a spot that will not have things that will fall on you. It's away from windows. This is a spot where it is good to keep an eye on where it would be, and it would be good to kind of prepare it. It'd be great to have a survival bag right there next to wherever the spot is. If you have a spot in your house that you spend a lot of time and you live in an earthquake-prone environment, it wouldn't hurt to have a bag like that there, and make sure that you keep that area clear at all times, because you never know. These things can come out of nowhere without warning. But have that area that's maybe alongside a bed, alongside a cabinet, whatever it be, away from the windows, and preferably still, to where you'd have a path to get out of the building would be ideal. But it's a spot that you could survive until you were rescued, and hopefully you would have that survival bag to be able to also survive there until you're rescued. But here you can see where this pancakes down over here in the triangle of life, how this will pancake down into a triangle. You have some support up the side, that's your sturdy item. You have your floor, that way the debris can create that other corner, that other edge, that diagonal edge of that triangle, and it provides a safe pocket for you. But additionally as well, once you're done with all this, expect that it could be a foreshock to a bigger earthquake. So being prepared for that after you've had your first quake, be ready for the next earthquake. Also, volcanic activity is also many times precursored by earthquakes. So it could be a precursor to a volcano nearby doing something, getting ready to erupt. It could actually be erupting. It would be good to be aware of that as well. But once you've had the opportunity, if you are able to get out of that, if you haven't had a collapse, you want to check over your utilities, shut down ones here that might be in jeopardy. You don't want to have your gas line breaking up. If you can turn off your gas line before it does, that would be ideal. But be aware that you could have damage to your house that could lead to fires. That's how that starts, is you have the earthquake that breaks up the fuel lines, electrical lines going down, creating the sparks, and now you have a fire. Turning off those utilities will help to make that less likely. Thank you for watching.